The last method of creating dimensions within drawings is importing DimXpert annotations. And in order to import those, we're going to need to create a DimXpert scheme within the part. So we'll go ahead and open up the machine bracket and come into the DimXpert tab. Then we can choose the Auto Dimensioning Scheme button. And there are several settings here. In this case, we have a prismatic part, but if we had a part we wanted to build on a lathe, we could choose the turned option. We can also change the tolerance type as well as the dimensioning scheme. At the bottom, there's feature filters. If we uncheck them, these won't be dimensioned. In this case, we want everything to be dimensioned. And there's a selected features option if you only want specific features. In this case, we'll leave the defaults. And then for our primary datum, we'll choose this face. For the secondary, this side face. And for the tertiary, the bottom face. And click OK. And this will take a few seconds to generate. And it's generating dimensions for literally every feature and edge on the part. You'll notice that the entire part is painted green. If I come in and delete out this height, for example, and come back and click on the Show Tolerance Status, you'll notice a yellow face, which means that we're missing a dimension. If I'm in the DimXpert tab, I can go back in the Smart Dimension tool, and I can simply choose out this back face and that top face and re-add that dimension. If I wanted to as well, I could have referred to this top face and this face instead to get the drop. If you click on any of these dimensions, you can also change the tolerance. And all the tolerances and the way that these dimensions are displayed can be controlled from within the document properties. You can come into the DimXpert and just click through these options and modify any that you want for if you're using the DimXpert. If you click back on the Feature Manager design tree, you can right click on the Annotations folder and uncheck the Show DimXpert Dimensions if you want to come in and modify the part without all those dimensions being in the way. Now going back into the drawing, I can now click on a View, import annotations, and choose the DimXpert. Depending on the part, this may or may not be the most efficient way to add in dimensions. If it works for you, it's a great way to save time by having all these automatically dimensioned. Otherwise, there are other ways to dimension drawings. But that's how you use the DimXpert. I'm not going to bother coming in and cleaning up all of these dimensions. I think you generally get the point from what you see in front of you. And just to quickly say, this bottom view doesn't have too many dimensions in it. So if you don't have too many features within a part, the DimXpert is probably a very good option for dimensioning your part.